the Huskers are headed to Michigan.
Oh, boy.
Is there any reason to be optimistic?
You had to bring that up.
Well, helmet's behind me.
Yeah. Was it a 29-point spread?
Ooh, I didn't look at that. 29.
Yeah, it's a little high, if you ask me, but I don't know. It could easily be done, I think. I mean, we are talking Michigan's playing as well as anybody.
They are. Yes. 29, and the over-under is 51. Only 51.
I'm thinking Nebraska's going to score around 20. Wow.
No, they're not scoring 20. It's going to be 40-11.
Okay.
There's 29 points right there.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, actually, when I think about it, it doesn't shock me all that much. Obviously, Nebraska's capable of staying in the game, especially the defense has played very well the last 2 weeks, and you see how they played when, say during that first half when you weren't letting Minnesota control the clock and run those, have those 11, 15 play drives that eat up 8 minutes off the clock. You didn't see that. And once Nebraska was going 3 and out and getting all these empty possessions, and then the defense is out on the field, and you know what that does to a defense. It's hard to keep playing at that high level when, all of a sudden you end up having to play 75, 80 snaps when you only played, like 25 in the first half?
Yeah, it's tough on the defense when you keep going 3 and out, which they did 5 consecutive series, and the defense still held up. Now it's on to Michigan. Of course, last year's Michigan game was...
Oh, that was a great game.
Fighting down to the wire.
One of the best games, I think, of all year last year, if you're talking regular season games anywhere in the country. That was a very exciting night game, great atmosphere, and yeah, I kind of get goosebumps thinking about the atmosphere that happened last year.
Mark Edwards, thank you so much for the Super Chat contribution. Mark is remembering the Rich Rod and Brady Hoke years at Michigan. He says, I feel your pain with Nebraska. I really do. Go Blue.
Yeah, it's nice that Michigan bounced back from that too. And, Jim Harbaugh, no matter what you think of him, he's done a pretty darn good job at Michigan. It took a while, and that Ohio State thing is always hovering over Michigan, obviously. And last year, they broke through and kind of stopped the bleeding with that series. And, they were in the playoffs last year, and, hey, they could easily make the playoffs again this year. So, Michigan's playing at a super high level. And I mean, they deserve to be favored heavily in this game, but I think 29 is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, I might even call in.
That is pretty healthy. That is pretty healthy, especially since Michigan likes to run the ball. It's not like an Ohio State team where when they were 30-point favorite, Ohio State against Iowa, and I thought that was too much, and they covered with no problem.
I just don't see Michigan putting up 40-plus points on the board in this type of a ball game. And, I mean, obviously, too, when Nebraska's strength is running the ball, and you've got quarterbacks kind of struggling to throw the ball down the field, unless Casey Thompson is back. I mean, that's the X factor, right? But I think that point spread tells me that Vegas doesn't think Casey Thompson is going to be back.
That's what our buddy Jesse is asking about Casey Thompson playing this week.
Yeah, we won't know anything. We have Mondays off, so we'll hear from Mickey Joseph tomorrow, and whatever players are made available, and
And he probably won't. He probably won't say
No,
anything. He
no,
probably won't.
no. Casey, I don't think you'll hear from any quarterbacks tomorrow. You didn't last week either. But we'll know a little bit more tomorrow. We'll know a little bit more on Wednesday when we talk to Mark Whipple. And then obviously we'll kind of get a close to definite answer on Thursday when we talk to Mickey Joseph again.